Hi there, and welcome to Saturday Academy's ACE Program Online Information Session. My name is Mara, and I am the ACE Program Manager. I'm so excited you are interested in our program. Please feel free to click around this presentation to glean as much information as possible, and also plan to join us in the winter at our live virtual information sessions, where we'll be able to answer all of your burning questions in real time. But since we're here now, let's get started. ACE stands for Apprenticeships in Science and Engineering. The program's mission is to provide students a meaningful career experience before college. We believe that the professional setting offers students so much more than a regular classroom can alone. Personal growth in addition to STEM skills. Most of our students come out of our program with a better idea of what it means to be a professional and go on to college with a better understanding of what they may want to major in. In addition, many leave our program with much more confidence in themselves as thinkers, creators, innovators, and inventors. Here's a list of disciplines of ACE positions offered on a given year. You can see we have quite a variety of fields, anything from biology to computer science and technology, earth science, and physics. It's good to start thinking of your interests and passions and what subjects you would be willing to devote most of your summer to. It's important to keep in mind, additionally, that some disciplines are more competitive than others. For example, during COVID, there are far fewer medical science positions than there are engineering or computer programming positions, but a typical number of applicants as there is in any given year. So it may be good to diversify your application for all of your interests instead of just the one. Additionally, we are always adding positions throughout the winter. So I recommend joining our mailing list. You can get updates about the program overall. And in addition, you'll get notified when we do add positions to our catalog. So the ACE program is helpful in two sort of ways for students. The ACE program is great for some of you that know exactly what you want to do because it gives you invaluable experience to further your study in that area and bulk up your skills in that field. On the other end of the spectrum, ACE is really great for students who maybe aren't sure what field they want to go into, because with ACE, you can try out the field first to see if you're truly interested rather than devoting 4 years of study and then deciding in your first job that the work isn't for you. So what do interns do? ACE internships are conducted in professional environments with mentors that are at the top of their fields. Most of the interns work with a group of professionals or graduate students on their projects. Some have one single project that they work on the entire summer, while others get a sampling of the possibilities in a field throughout the summer. The day-to-day work could be anything depending on the position that is selected for you. Some interns do field work. Others complete and monitor lab experiments. Some write algorithms in computer programs. Some are presented with a problem the company or organization is facing and are given tools, but it's their job to attempt to find a solution or a path to solution. And some students write proposals for policies or expansions to companies, buildings, programs. Additionally, I want to note that if any of this intimidates you, don't be nervous. The driving value of ACE is that you learn from and then contribute to the work of your mentor. Meaning you don't have to know how to do everything I just listed to be successful in our internship. Many of our successful students demonstrate a drive to learn and a good sense of humor while learning, and that's the most important thing. So let's get started on how you can get involved in the ACE program. Who's eligible, first of all? So current 9th to 11th grade students can apply. That means that during the summer, you'd be a rising 10th to 12th grader. There's a good idea that you should be interested in the STEM fields, because you would be devoting a good amount of your summer to them. And the focus of our program for the in-person programs is in Oregon and Southwest Washington. And I would check our website's FAQ for our 50-mile radius rule, but the mentors do have final say on 100% virtual positions. And there is no mile radius for our 100% virtual positions. So definitely check position descriptions for clarification if you are further away than 50 miles from any of the positions you are planning on applying to. What's the time commitment? So the internship expectation is 296 hours between June and the end of August, which boils down to about the equivalent of 8 weeks full-time at your internship organization. Depending on when you get out of school, you may have a June 13th or June 20th, 2022 start date. The internships will all be completed by August 19th. If you have a family vacation planned, there is a very awesome tool on our website called a calendar calculator that will help you determine if you have enough time between all of the activities planned, if it's a family vacation, if it's an after-school sport, if it's another extracurricular, if you have enough time in your summer to complete the required hours. That being said, you will work with your mentor to set your final schedule. For the most part, interns work Monday through Friday during standard working hours. That's approximately 9 to 5 p.m. It's also important to mention that students are required to provide their own transportation and lodging during the summer, which is why that 50-mile radius rule I mentioned is really important and will be applied to any of our positions that are planning for in-person components. So that is our in-person positions as well as our hybrid positions. So you might be wondering what supports are in place. It may be a little intimidating to be thrown into such a highly professional environment, but our program does have support systems to make it a greater learning experience for you. So we provide free professional development workshops to all applicants during the application period. This year, we're planning on at least hosting cover letter workshops and interview skills workshops. The ACE staff like me is always available throughout the summer to make sure things are going smoothly, and you are free to contact us anytime. We also hire teachers during the summer to help out during your internship. They conduct 2 site visits, and those are virtual or in person, depending on the circumstances. And one happens at the beginning of the summer to make sure you're starting smoothly, and one happens at the end of the summer to make sure everything is wrapping up okay. You can also get their contact information. So if you need to contact them to get resources from them or advice, they are going to be your first line of support for any questions that you may have. You attend an orientation in May where we sort of go over the expectations and what it's like to work in a professional environment. You can also meet an ACE alum who will talk about their experience in the internship. There are also 2 conferences that occur during the summer, and these are required as part of the internship, one in July and one in August. And they reconnect you with your interns and connect you if you haven't met them yet. And you can learn more about science careers you're interested in going into. And then that final one in August gives you an opportunity to present the work that you've been working on during the summer to other fellow interns. And then lastly, we know there can be costs associated with this internship. Perhaps that's transportation, perhaps that's buying professional clothing. Therefore, every intern receives $1,000 stipend for the summer to cover those costs. So the good news is that we will be offering the opportunity for in-person internships this summer as permitted by national, state, local, and organizational guideline. So each position's intention to be in-person or virtual or hybrid is in its position descriptions and its prerequisites section. So read that carefully as you're applying to each position. And I want to reiterate that safety is our number one priority. So there will be a high expectations that interns follow all guidelines set forth by their hosting organization, and they will review and sign an agreement waiver prior to participating in the program. And just to reiterate that our program is led by scientists and engineers who understand and follow the most current science. We continue to adapt to the situation in Oregon, and supporting the safety of our students is our top priority. And then as we approach spring and summer, we'll be following the COVID case accounts carefully and communicating with interns, mentors, and our community to ensure we are able to run a safe program with as little disruption to hands-on learning as possible. So lastly, why ACE? Some schools can work with ACE to offer high school credits to the interns completing their internships. It does look great on college applications if that is the path that you plan on taking. And it does open doors for many other internships and jobs opportunities. Our mentors can be phenomenal letter of recommendation writers. And I've even heard of some instances where the mentors are so happy with the intern's progress that they invite them to return during their winter break because they want them to continue working on the projects that they've been assigned. So how do I apply? The application deadline is Friday, March 4th. And of course, there is no exceptions to this deadline. And the basic components of the online application are your basic contact information. You must upload a transcript from your high school. You're going to provide us 2 adult recommendation, and then you'll find that you have to write cover letters for each position you're applying for, or you can write 1 generic cover letter to cover all positions you are applying for. And I'll get into where to find that information on our website shortly. Really important about the transcript you are uploading, it must include your student information, it must include the school information, and it must include your entire academic history. We do not accept grade printouts from online, and we do accept unofficial transcripts or official transcripts, but grade printouts or quarterly reports are not accepted by the ACE program. So that's really important to make note of. So if you want to go to our website and learn more about applying, you can visit our homepage, SaturdayAcademy.org, and under the internships tab, you'll want to click Be an Intern. You can go to our ACE application guide, or you can go to Browse 2021 Interns. We're going to click Browse 2021 Internships. Once the internship catalog is posted in January, you'll be able to see all of the positions available for this summer 2022. And when you're ready to apply for a position, you'll click Learn and Apply. When you want to apply for it, you'll click Add Internship to Locker. And from there, you'll be able to create your application. So just some basic tips on getting selected. Don't wait until the last minute. Start right away, request transcripts, recommendations ahead of time, and do not miss the application deadline. There is no exceptions, as I said before. And as I mentioned, you can write a cover letter for each position you're applying for, or 1 generic one. We recommend everyone write position-specific cover letters, and you can see our ACE application guide. I pointed that out on the website screenshots for more information on that. I also recommend having an adult edit and read over your cover letters to help you write those, just so that any punctuation issues are caught before you click submit. And lastly, attend our free workshops. They're there for you. So, if you get nervous thinking about submitting a cover letter, or you aren't quite sure where to start, our cover letter workshops are a really awesome opportunity to hone in on those skills. And also, if you are selected to move on for an interview for a position, we suggest attending our interview skills workshops, which is also a great opportunity to hone in on those skills as well. And then, as I mentioned, the application guide, you're going to want to go back to our Be an Intern page, and then you'll click the ACE application guide, which is up in the top of the screen there. And you can see here that the guide tells you a lot on how to start your application and do a good one. So if you have any questions about the ACE program or the application or the info sessions to come or the cover letter workshops to come or anything else to come, we are really excited to hear from you. So please don't hesitate to send any of your questions to ace@saturdayacademy.org. That's ASE@saturdayacademy.org. And we look forward to seeing you at some of our live events in the winter. Take care. Bye-bye.